What you doing? I'm the AC, and this is Alcohol and Anime. This is the first episode of my Alcohol and Anime podcast. So before I do that, I want to explain what it is real quick. What this is I every other week I watch a movie with one of my friends, which this time I have.
Me! Hello, my name is Blue.
Yes, and uh, this after I watch this movie, people, whoever is this time blue, we do the actual podcast and record. But the whole time we're doing that, I'm drinking. Especially, I'm drinking. I'm drinking a lot. And so now we're going to talk about the movie, which this time, which you probably figured out, is the movie Fireworks. So we'll talk about one what we was drinking, then go into talking about the movie. But especially me, even when I'm sober, and then especially once I get drinks in me, I kind of get all over the place. So who knows what we're going to talk about? And especially with this movie, I have a whole lot I just want to say about the movie, things related to the movie, stories about kind of the movie. Before we get into all that, we're going to start with what we're drinking, because the first thing in this podcast name is alcohol. So I got real creative, and you can probably tell because of the title of whatever I'm going to name this. I'm going to include it in the title somewhere. I'm just drinking Fireball. For some reason, I got the idea to just drink Fireball. I don't know what I'm going to name this. Something like Fireball Fireworks, or I don't know, or fireworks shaped like Fireball, or something probably not as clever as I'm thinking. But yeah, I got real clever. Just decided to drink Fireball. My original plan, Blue, you can, I don't know, you know me a little bit. You can probably guess what my original plan was with how I was going to drink this.
Uh oh, how you were gonna drink Fireball? What do you mean?
Uh, the
Like,
frequency, the rate of consumption.
oh, honestly, I figured you're just gonna drink the whole bottle from at I don't know
Oh,
how big of a bottle you got, but
I got, it's the liter and a half.
figured it was all gone.
So it's the big bottle. Now, my original plan was to drink every time I saw a firework, but I scrapped that idea because one, that sounded like a stupid idea. That stupid amount of fireball, and one, I thought I would drink it all before that happened. But I forgot there's really not that many fireworks until the end. And then I was like, okay, so if I took a shot every time I saw a firework, then at the beginning it would be me not really drinking much at all, and then by the end, me just chugging a bunch of Fireball, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to casually drink Fireball. So I just have a glass of Fireball. It's kind of lame. I should have done something better. You know what would have been a cooler idea?
Not drinking Fireball, instead drinking some natural spring water like I am.
No, something cool, not something lame. Now, if I would actually got actually creative and made some kind of cocktail or something, so made some mix
True.
some, got my mixology on, come up with some. I don't know, something cool that seemed like a fireworks kind of drink. I don't know if you have anything in mind, but the more I thought about it, it'd be cool to have in a drink is like Pop Rocks.
Oh,
Can you imagine that?
true, yeah. Pop rocks, get it sizzling, popping a little bit.
Yeah,
I
it's
know that my friend for 4th of July, fireworks and everything, he made himself a shooter shot, which is just like some sort of red, white, and blue substances. I'm not sure what it was
mm,
exactly, but it looked really cool. But that was his special drink for his firework day.
yeah. See, something like that makes sense. And you brought up July 4th, which I'm going to rant about in a bit. Yeah, you think I would have at least looked up something? I don't know why. I thought about it a lot actually. I was like, I should look up some recipes. And it was like, no, I should make something. I never did any of those. And then I was like, Pop Rocks. Not even a drink. I was just like, I should throw Pop Rocks in this. I should have thrown Pop Rocks into my Fireball. I don't know how
Should
that
have.
I don't know how that would have turned out.
Just have pop rocks available as a chaser.
Ooh, wait, have Pop Rocks as the chaser?
Yes.
So I mean, and then chase the Pop Rocks with more Fireball.
With more fireball, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
That would be an explosion.
Ooh, you could almost
Yeah,
say
nice.
like a firework.
That's right.
Dang, I should have done that. Oh, I'm missing out now. I don't even know where to get Pop Rocks, so I can't do it while we're recording this podcast. But hindsight. I do feel, I don't know. Is it dumb to say. I feel like a basic teenage girl just drinking Fireball. I haven't had Fireball in a long time. I mean, well, okay, I know you have Fireball too with you, but I don't know. I just haven't drank Fireball in a long time. It's fine. It's just cinnamon whiskey, but
Yeah,
I feel like I moved on to greater taste. So that's a little bit. That's more of the disappointment is the fact that I'm drinking Fireball at all again in my life, like
true.
on my own. I don't know. I thought it was clever wordplay. They both have fire in the name. My dumb drinking brain was like close enough. It makes complete sense. I don't know. I'm blanking on trying to think of like cool cocktails based off of fireworks. I guess anything colorful. If you could make something a drink that has like looks like it has a burst of color in it or something. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could do something.
Yeah, you could definitely get creative, make something, but
We could
you were
just
too
have a
lazy.
it'd be cool. Just have like multiple different color shots.
Yeah,
And you kind of
have them
just
lined up.
or maybe like some half shots and then you quickly dump them into one drink and then that would be like your firework. I don't know. I'm not thinking on top of my head. Okay, future reference for myself. Get more creative. Not just one boring liquor, and especially not Fireball. This is probably the last time in my life. No, probably not. It would be the last time in a while that I'm going to drink Fireball though. So I guess I'll drink. I don't know why I got a big bottle. That's the other thing that disappoints me. Now I have a big bottle of this. I only have half of it left, which also that means I
Well,
drink a lot. But um,
hopefully most of it's gone by the time this, we're done here.
yeah, because I'm gonna be sick of I'm gonna be sick of drinking it after this.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, that's the alcohol portion of this. Boring. Sorry, boring start. Should have had something a lot cooler. Hey, if you have any cool firework inspired recipes for drinks, alcohol or not, just something cool, because I can always add alcohol into it. Go ahead and let me know. Wherever you can find me at. I don't know if podcasts have comment sections, but if they do, comment there. You can find me on social medias. I'm sure I'm going to put them in the description. If not, it's just the AC Stories wherever. Also have an email, the AC Stories at Gmail. So send your recipes there. Who knows? Maybe I'll collect them up. This will be something cool. Let's actually talk a bit about the movie. First off, did you like it? Knowing the things that you watch, I was one. Almost kind of pressured you into this because I knew it wasn't something you normally watched. I feel like you're a lot more into a lot of actiony stuff, and this is the exact opposite. So, did you even like it?
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't watch like you were saying, I don't watch this type of genre, too much, but whenever I do, which is very, rare, I always find myself enjoying them a little bit just because it's so, like, odd,
Yeah.
and this is
Oh,
just another example of yeah, I did like it. It was a little weird, but, it's to be expected, but, it had its moment for
was it to
sure.
be expected? I mean, okay. This is another.
After reading the description,
Yeah, I know we've
sorta.
talked about this because we read two completely different descriptions. I guess I'll go into the backstory of when I first watched this because this is your first time watching it. I think this is my third time watching it. Plus, I read the novelization based off of this. Let me just go in a little backstory of this movie. So, this movie originally came out August 18th in 2017 in Japan, and then also something I just learned because may or may not be looking at the Wikipedia for it. It's actually based off of an episode of a completely different show, a live action show. That was only a 5-minute show. This movie was an hour and a half. Then it came out in English on a frustrating day, or in the U.S. on July 4th, and I had a lot of mixed feelings about this once I remembered that because I was like, wait. Did they make this a July 4th movie in America because it has fireworks? Even though this takes place kind of like at a Japanese festival, so they completely skip over the Japanese relevance of the movie. But then I was like, or maybe, just maybe, the Japanese are, were like, hey, let's put this out. Well, I guess America decided when it came out, but let's put this out on July 4th so people ignore the American holiday and just want to look at Japanese culture. So I've been going back and forth between which one it actually was. Which one do you think it would be?
I think they did that they wanted it released on July 4th on purpose to confuse Americans because they would see a new movie called Firework, and they would click on it and watch it expecting to see some sort of patriotic something about fireworks, but instead turning out to be a little bit confusing and just all over the place, kind of weird, like dramatic love story. not even a love story. I don't know how to explain it,
Yeah, it was weird. I mean,
but
there was still a little bit of love in it, but also it was just a lot of weirdness.
yeah. I mean,
So you're kind of in the later camp then.
yeah, I mean, just imagine if you're 4th of July, you see a new movie, you're like, "All right, time to celebrate. Let's watch this movie about fireworks," and this is what you get. It's just like not what you're expecting, for sure.
Oh, when I first watched this movie, not what I expected at all. There's a lot of surprises with this movie. So I first watched this movie. It came out on July 4th. I think it only played for like 3 days or something like that. I watched it on July 7th and was immediately, as soon as the movie started, very disappointed in the date they picked. Not even, I didn't even think about the July 4th thing. You should know. I kind of mentioned to you why I'm disappointed on the day it came out.
Yeah, I thought you were saying that it came out August 1st.
Yeah, the movie takes place on August 1st, which is less than a
Oh.
month away from when it came out. On both sides, even in Japan, it didn't come out on August 1st. The movie takes place entirely on August 1st, except for the very end. It shows the beginning of the next day, but it takes place entirely on August 1st. Why did they not put this movie on August 1st? I don't understand. You know, the other reason I'm upset about this, I don't think you remember. August 1st is also my birthday. So I was so upset.
Oh, yes, I knew
I
that.
was like, why did they not put this movie out on August 1st? They're less than a month away. It's my birthday, so that would have made it a lot more special. The movie takes place completely on August 1st. I feel like they really missed out. I was like, yeah, I don't know. The other thing about it though is I'm saying all this stuff about like it's 4th of July, all this stuff. This takes place during like some Japanese festival. I'm assuming it's a Bondetsu festival because the same day I went to a Bondetsu festival. So I'm saying all this stuff. Why didn't it take place in August and all this stuff? I mean, it's taking place at the exact same time when I was in Hawaii when all the Bondetsu festivals were going on. So I guess it worked out anyways. And I have proof of this. I forgot all this stuff was going down. If you go on my Instagram, people listening at the underscore AC underscore stories, go all the way to July 7th, 2018, and you can see kind of. I took a bunch of stupid random pictures that make no sense, but you can kind of piece together where I was at. And yeah, I went to this movie. One, I was drinking, of course, because that's just me. Then I went to this movie, so I was pretty drunk when I watched this movie first time. That's why it was so great. And then I went to a Bondets festival, which was also cool. And it all makes sense now, I guess. But at the time, I was just really upset. It should have came out on August 1st. I'm going to stand by that. That's why I thought I'll remedy it by putting this podcast out on August 1st. So if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, at least I did something. Kind of. Ironically, I don't even know if it was ironically. Uh, we are recording this a few days before August 1st. So technically, Blue, sorry, you're not even watching it on August 1st for the first time. Yeah, I guess there's conflict in that too. I'm kind of a hypocrite. But if we watched it on August 1st, I wouldn't have been able to put the podcast out on the same day. I'm not that quick.
Understandable, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
a little disappointed that I couldn't watch it on August 1st, but no, I'm just kidding. I don't mind. I really don't mind when I watch it, but I understand where you're coming from, how you can feel it. You're
good,
a little
because I could
disappointed.
rant about that point alone for this entire podcast. So,
I'm
every,
sure you could.
So everyone listening, I don't know if I made some kind of comment in my description about it being my birthday, but thank you for listening to this for my. I'm going to assume you're watching it for my birthday. If you didn't, you just happen to start listening to this. As a birthday present to me, listen all the way to the end, and then like, subscribe, comment, do all that kind of stuff. I'm not ending now. I just want to make sure while we're on the topic of my birthday. Did I mention it was my birthday on August 1st? To do all that stuff as a gift to me. Tell people about this. But anyways, let's actually talk about the movie. We talked. I talked a lot about the movie without actually saying anything that's going on in it. So going back to the description, so which is where all this started. What was your? I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you my description first, because this when I first was watching this movie or was going to see this movie. Once I wasn't that excited to see it. It was just like the whole concept I first saw. I saw the trailer and it was like it was just about a bunch of kids being asking like what it's like, are fireworks flat or round, and if you saw them from like the side. And I was like, okay, I don't know what the concept of this movie is, but I'll go watch it. Oh, at the same time Movie Pass was out, Like, do you remember Movie Pass? I don't know if you ever got it.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I
so
remember.
I had Movie Pass, so I went and saw it anyways because I mean it was basically free. It turned out I love it, but yeah, I thought that's the whole concept of the movies, like just these kids going on a little adventure to go see if fireworks are flat around. What was the description you had?
Mine was a middle schooler, Nazuna, desperately wants to run away with her classmate Norimichi, who somehow turns back time on this fateful summer's day, which is very different from what you were describing to me.
Yeah, mine was something like friends, a group of kids or a group of friends go to ask the question, "Are fireworks flat around from the side?" And they go off to try to see. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I watched it, and since you know, you can probably guess my surprise when all this stuff starts happening. I'm like, "This is not the movie I thought it was going to be."
Yeah,
And I
very different from that description.
Yeah, I didn't read the Netflix description until we started watching, and then it was too late because you had already read it. I was like, oh dang, I want to catch him by surprise. Because when I told you about the movie, I told you pretty much the same thing I first knew about it. All I told you about was the kids and the question. I didn't tell you about the like time travel or different realities or whatever kind of deal with it. So I was like, oh, this is gonna catch him on surprise. And then you told me what the description was. Like, wait, what? It's like, damn it, no. Uh, not even that. I
No,
didn't even pay attention to you. You read me like the first half of the description, then I tuned out the second half. So then halfway through the movie, or a quarter in the movie, whenever they first go back in time, I was like, "Did you know this was also time travel?" And it's like, "Yeah, it was in the description." I'm like, "Damn it, I didn't read all the description either." I'm terrible. I'm terrible about that. I do reviews and stuff like that, or I go and watch new stuff. I have no idea what it's about. I somehow completely miss descriptions. Sometimes I completely miss trailers, and I get completely thrown off by whatever I'm going to watch. I'm like the prime example of judging a book by its cover. I have absolutely no idea what it's going to be except for whatever the cover is going to be, and I guess the title of it. Ooh, it threw me off, but it was really cool. It was a good experience. Great movie to drink with. I'll say that. Hey, if you haven't seen this movie yet, drink the first time you watch it. If you're old enough, because I'm not saying if you're underage drinking that you should drink. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you are old enough to drink, this is a great movie to get drunk and watch. I pointed that out right at the end too when we was watching it.
yeah, I almost wish I did drink, while watching it after seeing what I was seeing. I was like, "Holy."
Yeah, it's like a whole weird thing. It gets weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever I mean, I didn't know what I was watching for a good minute there. Whenever we were like singing, there was singing and a bunch of weird stuff going on. It seemed like I said, like a
Yeah.
Disney movie
Yeah, it kinda
scene where
got
they
that
have like that
vibe.
singing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Also,
got weird.
it got weird. And then, I mean, while we was watching, I also made the comment, whenever it goes back to a different reality, it gets some like major ReZero vibes too. Especially with the
Yeah,
way
every
his
time he
eyes
goes
look.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His eyes
is
kinda have the same like Subaru kind of
yeah,
deal.
sort of like a little confused and lost. Like where am I?
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. It gets a little trippy. Oh man. It's one of the this movie is like one of those examples of like I wish I could go back and experience again for the first time, the same way I did the first time, because I was out of it that first time I watched this. It doesn't help because the movie theater I watch this in, they also serve alcohol, which I don't think is a uncommon thing at most theaters, but I don't think the theaters around where we live do that. Do they? I haven't been in a theater since I've been here.
No, I don't think they do, at least not at this one,
So yeah,
at
it
least.
was pretty easy to get drunk. The big question of the movie, and this is where a lot of the fun's going to come in, I'm expecting, even though we already debated a little bit, is there's this whole question asked: are fireworks flat around if you view them from the side? I'll let you go first. What's your thought?
Well, it was weird because they were asking that question, and then all of a sudden they started saying, "Or are they sometimes flat?" Which I have to agree with that. I mean, I feel like some of them could be flat, like we were saying, the ones that look like smiley faces or whatever. Those ones could be flat. because it'd be really hard, I feel like, to make it where it would look like that same image from different, perspectives,
Yeah.
but other fireworks that are just, like, big round ones, I'm pretty sure those are round. They're circle they're not flat.
I will agree that they are round because they are flat like a disc. They're a
No,
round flat disc.
they
They're as
are
flat as the earth.
spherical like the Earth. What am I No.
And the fireworks also live on the backs of turtles. You don't see them because they're so bright, but when they shoot the fireworks up there, there's a little turtle underneath it, carrying it up
That's
into the sky.
wow. Now
Uh,
that I knew.
yeah, of course, everyone should know
I knew.
that.
Yeah.
But it does make you think a bit. Like I don't know, it's another just drunk debate really. And it's also something that could easily be answered with like a Google search. But of course we're not going to do that because that would ruin all the fun. But just trying to think of the argument of if the round or flat. I mean, you think of an explosion, yeah, you think it goes out in all directions, but you can't know for sure. It's kind of the whole concept of like if a tree falls in a forest and no one is there to see it, does it still make a sound? It's like you think, yeah, of course, but no one's there to hear it, so you can never completely know for sure. Except for you could record it and then listen to that later, obviously. And it's kind of the same. To me, it's kind of the same thing with fireworks. Like obviously, they seem like they should be round, but you only see them from that one angle. There's no way, unless you could control time somehow, for you to go on the other side of the firework and then see it. Unless you had someone else there that was taking a recording of it. The other thing is, if you have terrible depth perception, you might just be seeing like it as completely flat. I don't know if that's how eyes work, but I imagine some people might see everything in 2D. That'd be wild.
Yeah, I think that is, that's no, I don't know about that one. I don't think some people see in 2D. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I
It could
I
be
think
possible.
maybe, but, uh, yeah, I think they need to get glasses as soon as possible if that's the case.
I don't know if
But
glasses would fix that. I guess it could. I feel like that's a bigger problem. What if they
yeah.
got what if they got 3D glasses? Just regular like
True, like
to
the red and blue?
yeah. Then that'll just
Yeah,
fix it.
yeah, that'll fix it. That's all you have to do is just wear those if you're seeing 2D.
No, we do learn that all of us are wrong. Fireworks are actually just flowers.
Whoa.
Yeah, we get to see that near the end. Fireworks are actually flowers. Who knew? This whole time.
That's that's deep.
Yeah. It's so dumb. Yeah, and that's when it starts getting no. Oh, the other wild thing is the first time we do see what they consider flat fireworks. When I will, when you say flat, one you think it'll be flat like vertical, like just a straight up flat thing. They do flat
Yeah.
horizontally. And I was like, oh, that's a weird thing. Okay, so they're going like real flat. They are going like Earth flat.
Don't say
I
Earth
know.
flat.
Okay, people listening
I
to
feel
me,
like
I don't think the Earth is flat. I know.
okay, yeah.
No, I'm
Um,
kidding.
I feel like yeah, the way made it look like the horizontal flat. I feel like you would have to be directly below the fireworks to see them like a normal person.
Yeah,
Anywhere else, they would look flat.
yeah. Like
That
even
was just weird looking.
yeah, that was weird. And it's like that they weren't even at the right angle to tell. There's no way. I guess they were almost kind of a. Nah, they still weren't that high up. They were looking at it from the lighthouse, but even then, it's like, yeah, that was a stretch. But yeah, I was imagining more like a straight up vertical kind of flatness. The other thing though is maybe it's just the English translation interpretation of it. They're saying flat or round. They're not even saying spherical or fireworks are a spear. So round
True.
doesn't even mean three-dimensional. It just means
I
round.
I think they're trying to just make us assume they mean spherical.
I know that that's what they're probably meaning to say, but that's not what they said. I
Yeah,
think it's probably an English translation. I'm maybe in
possibly.
Japanese
Yeah.
they actually were saying spear or something. My Japanese is not that great yet, So I don't know if that's actually what they're saying or not. Hey, another thing to throw out to all you listening. If you know Japanese, watch this. Listen to them ask the question. Are they saying round or are they saying spear? I don't know. Let me know. I don't know. Does anyone have an actual? I'm saying anyone. Like there's more than just the two of us here. I guess people listening to eventually chime in. I'm trying to think of like, is there a good debate on? Is there's a reason it's flat? They don't really ever give a reason. They have good reasons for why it's spear. I feel like they could have made stronger arguments in this movie about why they would think it's flat.
True. I do remember them a couple times saying how it's gunpowder exploding, so it can only be like round or whatever.
Hmm.
But I never saw them fighting for their for the flat people.
Yeah, I know. It's odd. It's like a similar argument people have about a certain giant object in space.
Okay. Yeah, and that same thing, people that think it's flat, they don't know how to explain it because they're dumb.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I said it. They're
Yeah.
dumb.
In case we went over your head, we're making fun of you, flat earthers. Sorry. I mean, not really sorry. I think it's funny, and you're ideological. Ideolo- you're. It's a stupid thing to think. Um. Uh. So yeah, when I say fireworks are as flat as the Earth, that doesn't mean I think the Earth is flat. That just means I think fireworks are not. I guess I don't know. It does. I do wonder how they make like shapes and stuff though, because that's a good point. We talked about the smiley face. I've seen smiley face fireworks,
Yeah,
and
me
the
too.
way I see, I've unless I've just seen a straight lineup before, they always seem like the smiley face is facing me. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
whole
whenever I was gonna say
beach.
whenever I saw it, I've seen the smiley faces where like some of them were like facing me, and then other ones were like not really facing me. So it kind of looked like I could tell it looked flat, like it
Hmm,
looked like a very slanted face, kind of.
I
Yeah,
don't
those
really
ones are
remember.
different. Yeah, those ones are special.
Yeah, I wonder how they do that. But like, if they can make smiley faces like that, why aren't just all fireworks like that? What would be the point? It wouldn't be that if they make smiley faces come up in a flat thing, you think it'll be even easier to make all fireworks just shoot up in a straight flat kind of picture. Maybe not easier, but it's possible. It'll be
Yeah, I'll say
safer
if
to
anything,
control.
yeah, I was gonna say if anything, it'd be harder to make fireworks flat.
I
That's probably
guess.
why you don't see them too often.
I don't really know how fireworks work. I'm not like the fireworks expert that's in this movie. Who is I gotta say the real hero of this movie? Mainly
True.
because he just gets drunk and tells kids a bunch of stupid stuff. And if that's not a hero, I don't know what is.
And we never even got to know his name.
Oh, that's true. Oh well. I mean, not all heroes wear capes, but they will drink and tell a bunch of kids that fireworks are flat.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
My hero.
Then, of course, I mean, then he shows up at the end all drunk still. Which I don't know. I don't know how dangerous it is to shoot off fireworks while drinking. I mean, that may or may not be a lie. I haven't shot off big fireworks while drinking. I feel like it's probably not a safe thing to do. But then he eventually shoots a little glass orb. That's another theory. I didn't even think about this theory until just now. What do you think that little glass ball actually is? It looks
Dude,
like.
that was a device crafted by definitely a different dimension of being.
Mm,
Yeah. Which I almost forgot. I don't think fireworks are 2D or 3D. I believe that they are in the fourth dimension.
yeah, you're right.
They're fourth dimensional.
Because after we see after we see the flower works, we do eventually see the 4D fireworks, thanks to our drunken hero.
Yeah. And that made me believe ever since. And whatever that device was, all I know is it's from the fourth dimension.
Yeah,
That's
w-
all there is to it.
the fourth dimension. I mean, there's not infinite dimensions, infinite universes, which is another thing that kind of plays in this. Universes, realities, dimensions, whatever you want to call it. But definitely, it's at least fourth dimension. Who knows? It could go as far as sixth dimension, seventh. I don't know how dimensions work, But it could be it's wild. But as far as that, how the actual mechanics of it, if you look inside, it just looks like a glass orb. But then you actually see every time he like throws it and it rewinds or goes to a different reality. Okay, well, dang it, man, I have so many things I want to talk about that are just scrambling in my brain. Whenever you see him throw it, you can actually see it light up kind of like a light bulb, and then you see the word "if." Did you notice that?
Oh, no, I didn't, but now that you mention it, I do. I remember, like, it was always in that weird shape. I understand now it said "if."
Yeah, all right, that's cool. I don't know why they. I guess the English word for if is a lot easier to make into a light bulb, where the little wire part of light bulbs are.
Mhm.
But yeah, also the name of the town they're in, Moshimo, is apparently Japanese for if. I imagine it'll be harder
Oh.
to put Moshimo, or even the Japanese characters. Maybe I don't know what the kanji would look like. But yeah, I mean that's still if is still a lot easier. So yeah, that was a cool thing you see in the light bulb, or what looks like a light bulb. But apparently, it's a very complex fourth dimension object that can either is it rewinding time or is it taken into a different reality or both?
I think it's taken him to a different reality for sure.
Yeah, because the description of the movie was definitely said something like it rewinds time, but it's actually a
Yeah,
different reality.
they get the description a little wrong.
Yeah, they sure do. What a shame. Hey, it's still closer than the description I got the first time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it's so much better though. I feel like if I would got that description, it would have been like, okay. But since I got a very basic one and I was completely thrown for a loop, I feel like that's what made it better to me. I don't know. What do you think eventually happens to do you remember the main character's name?
Yeah, I know that he's referred as, like, Norimichi.
Yeah, Norimichi. What do you think eventually happens? Oh, I should have said this at the beginning. You probably guessed by now. Spoiler alert. I know we're probably like halfway through the podcast. We're going to talk about stuff that happens, especially the end right now. If you
Yeah,
made it this
a
far
little
and you
late.
haven't seen the movie, sorry.
A little
Uh,
late for
I
the
kind of forget stuff like this. You should be able to figure it out.
they'll put
I
yeah,
don't
you can
know
put
how
that
you
in post.
do a
Oh,
hour longish podcast and not have spoilers.
it's post editing, that's what that's for.
I'm not going to do
Little
that. I like.
what? Oh.
I'm not going to rearrange it.
No, you just gotta put in the beginning, like, a black text over a white screen, like, "Spoiler alert."
Okay, yeah, I'll do that for this audio podcast.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. So sorry, you're getting some spoilers, but also watch the movie anyways. The other idea for this podcast. Sorry, all over the place. That's what happens. I drink a lot. The other idea for this podcast is, of course, we can't like stream the movie for people to watch with us. So we watch it just Blue and I or whoever I'm with in the future. We watch it and then we record the podcast. We It would be cool if we could stream it and record so other people can watch it with us too, but I think there's licensing issues with that and all that kind of stuff I'm not going to get into. So you can watch it and drink by yourself or get a group of friends together. And then you all can listen to our podcast right after. And then it's like you're drinking with us while we talk. You get it? I don't know. Does that make any sense, Blue?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But if anyone actually does that while listening to this, thank you. I feel honored. Really don't expect anyone to do that. Not low confidence, but that is a dedication to time. It's a dedication of time to convince somebody to watch a movie with me while drinking, and then do a hour long podcast right after. So thank you, Blue, for doing that. Uh, anyway,
Absolutely.
what was I talking about? Oh yeah, spoilers because we're talking about then. What do you think eventually happens to Norimichi? Besides the fact,
Um,
obviously he drowns and dies, but if we're saying what if that is not the actual ending, what do you think? What happened to him?
it could be anything, but I like to use my imagination. I think that he is trapped inside of that little ball from the 4th dimension.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's now trapped in it.
hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that. Now I'm thinking something similar. He is trapped in some other reality. I think. I don't know if he's. I guess it would be still technically inside the ball, but then we see the ball like shatter whenever our drunken hero shoots it up like a firework. Um, So I don't know if that breaks the ball
Yeah,
or
true. Whenever the ball blew up, our hero blew it up, the
mhm,
firework thingy, the fourth dimension ball, Norimichi, he grabbed one of the shards that was coming down,
yeah.
and that shard was the reality that he is now stuck in.
Ooh, you're right. It could
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
The other thing, I mean, of course he knows, but I will give more credit to what your theory is because you can see them when it looks like they're like in the ball itself, anyways. Because like the whole sky looks like this glass dome.
Yeah,
So yeah, you could be right. But what about well, no, I guess whenever we see that glass dome, we only really see three people anyways. We only see Norimichi, Nazuna, and then the drunken hero.
yeah,
So yeah, they could all be trapped in there. We don't really know. We don't really see Nazuna. I mean, we don't see Nazuna at the end either, but they don't even bother to say her name. They make it kind of have like an ominous, ooh, where did Norimichi go? Because I guess it's assumed that Nazuna still moved away. You know what?
yeah,
That's the other point we didn't even talk about on the describing what this movie's about. The whole point. I mean, you can read the description too, so I guess I don't need to tell you. The whole point is like, this guy Norimichi is trying to help this girl Nazuna run away, and that's he keeps running into dead ends or troubles or whatever, and then throws this glass ball that we were just talking about, asking, "What if I would have done something different?" Which is the whole point of this. The thing is asking the question, "What if?" So if we're gonna have like a good ending or not a weird one, I guess the assumption could be maybe they do get away. They do actually end up just running away. They make it to Tokyo, which is also the reality he saw in that shard. So it could be that. Um, or maybe he just missed that day of school. He was just sad because Nazuna actually had to move away. He just missed that day of school because he was sad about it. Maybe that's simply all it was.
yeah. Very simple. Not much to it.
Yeah, because who wants a cool ending when you can just have a simple, basic one, right?
And I'm still wondering if Norimichi's parents. I'm wondering if they sold anything at the flea market.
Oh yeah, we don't even see them anymore.
Yeah, and I was really starting to like his mom, and then we never got to
Yeah,
see
it
her again.
was. I was starting to like his mom too,
Yeah, that was. I knew
and
she
his
would be my
teacher.
favorite character. Oh, don't even get me started on the teacher.
The stupid, dumb kids. Hey, at least the kids have good taste. And uh,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, they're pervs, of course, but I mean, I mean, the teacher type. They're cool. They're nice.
Yeah, I got you.
I can't remember her name, but yeah,
Yeah,
Moria.
I know.
What?
It started with an M, yeah,
Yeah, so
I
with
believe.
him. But
That's all
yeah,
I can remember.
you kind of forget that the kids they had an entire bet based around this question, and then the prize was either for one of them to do all their homework or for them to get a picture of their teacher's panties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I like honestly, who even won, Who
yeah,
really won?
yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't get to see who won either.
We saw all kinds of fireworks. We saw flat ones, round ones, we saw fourth dimensional ones.
Man, that is
It's just like no
that
one
bet is
won.
just, or maybe everyone won. Maybe they just decided to call it a draw, and they got some panty shots and don't have to do any homework. Maybe they just traded.
Oh my,
They were just like, you know what?
maybe.
Give me them panties, and I'll do your homework anyways. Sounds like a deal to me.
That was the best part about the movie, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, the one line.
Yeah,
Nah, it's the drunken hero to me, but it was still funny.
sure.
I get it. The teacher, they do just kind of throw the teacher in there just a little bit, just random comedic moments, and the
Yeah,
other teacher, her boyfriend or whatever.
yeah,
It was kind of random. I don't know. A lot of this movie is just the animation and the music and stuff is really nice, and it's a very cool aesthetic it has to it. The overall story though is pretty basic. I gotta admit.
yeah. It was okay though. I noticed it was It was rated, PG for substances, and so I think this whole time that they were just tripping on some sort of
Nice.
substance.
I mean, I kind of
Yeah,
was. Wait,
yeah,
it was rated PG for substances?
yes,
That's weird.
yeah. So I figured it all out.
You think a PG substance would be like sugar? They just have a lot of sugar. PG-13 is like the really trippy sugar, and then R is like that Coca-Cola kind of sugar.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
But yeah, no, they were definitely tripping. I was tripping. They were definitely tripping. They were trying to trip the teacher, uh, because they wanted that paint shot. Uh, but there's just a. It's kind of just seems like they just throwing a bunch of stuff in there. They had the basic idea, and then they were just like, okay, let's just add a few like, gags or a few bits that kind of funny, kind of just extend it because, like I said, the original episode, live action episode this was based on was half the length. I don't know what the differences is between them, what they add, or I don't know, even if the story is any different. But yeah, they must have added something. And I like the comedic moments, but they do kind of just seem random compared to the tone of the rest of the movie.
For sure, but I think they're needed just to wrap it all together, a little bit of a
Yeah,
little laughter.
because otherwise it is kind of just it's a kind of a slow start.
Yeah, for sure, but it was good. It was
Yeah, definitely enjoyable to watch. Especially for the this is I think my third time watching it if I remember correctly. I might have seen it more. I might have not actually seen it. Um, but every time I watch it, I notice something different. Like one of the times he goes back in time to reality and is trying to help Nazuna get on the train. The animation for it is kind of like a hand drawn kind of style, like well, I mean, it might actually be hand drawn, like a sketch kind of style, hand sketch. It was really cool. It's kind of similar to I don't know if you've seen the art style of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remake. It's kind of that kind of style, and I really like that. I like the way it's shaded and everything. It was really cool, but it's only for that one moment. I never noticed it before until now. Um, Also, another just I don't know story related. When I watched this, the last time I watched this, I'm pretty sure was on New Year's because of fireworks and stuff. I was like, man, what would be a great movie to watch now? Oh, of course, fireworks. I think I saw it was on Netflix, and I was like, well, definitely gotta watch fireworks now because, man, Hawaii is crazy on New Year's. It's everyone's just lighting off the big fireworks that I don't think people were supposed to be lighting off here. But everyone has them all down the street. One year I got hit by one, or I got hit by shrapnel from one. Someone lit one, it fell over and then hit a car next to me, and then the debris that didn't hit the car hit me. So that was fun. Um, this time it didn't happen, but I still want to watch fireworks. Just cause. So even then, that's half a year away, over half a year away, and so I definitely didn't watch it anytime around August. Was there any parts of this movie that you actually really just didn't like or didn't care for? You can be honest. You told me before we started recording that you were just gonna shit on this movie.
Oh, yeah, I was just messing around.
Uh,
It wasn't that
I think you're
bad.
just trying to be nice now. Now that I got you, I'm recording you, and now you just don't want to.
No, I mean, like, there was definitely just, like, parts where I was, like, kinda confused.
Mm,
Like, the whole, like, him, like, whenever they were doing that first initial race in the water
oh
and,
yeah,
like, he, like, hurt his ankles or something, and then she asked out the other guy to the firework, uh, show or whatever. I was like, "Wait, what?" Because I was, like, confused, though, 'cause I thought the main character was the other guy, and then, it was just confusing for a little bit, and I was just like, "I don't understand what's going on," and then he ditched her, and I was like, "Wait, what?" It was weird.
oh yeah.
I don't like
His
how that one guy ditched her too, like, what the hell?
Yeah, that guy was
I
a
thought he liked her.
douche. That he was just a straight up like the I mean the definition of a douche, I guess.
Yeah,
Yusuke, that was his name.
yeah, yeah.
But Norimichi, he was planning on doing the same thing. He was rehearsing in the bathroom on how he was going. turn her down.
True,
So it was
true.
his plan. But you do see at the point, like you can see the first interaction if you pay attention. She's not excited to ask, the other guy, but she does it because that's the deal she made. It's like or that's what she was planning. Whoever came second to her, she would ask. But and then you get to see after it redoes it when Noramichi comes in second. She asks him, and she's a lot more excited. So they do make that difference.
Hmm.
Did you notice that?
I noticed that she did seem a lot happier whenever he won,
Yeah,
Norimichi. So I just didn't really so whenever I was watching, I didn't understand like what was going on, and it was just so I feel like so like rushed almost some of it.
it does feel a little rushed. Yeah, but also they also extended it longer than the original story. So hey, this could have been a lot longer. It's only an hour and a half. Usually like 2 hour movies, so I definitely would have been down for it to be longer. I, but
Yeah,
I don't know what they would have done. It seems like it would have just kept rehashing. Maybe they could have done like a ReZero style thing. Make this a lot, maybe not darker, but ReZero does a great job with redoing the same things over, and it's a really great show. Maybe they could have done something like that with Firework. But then, of course, I mean, then that's just copying a different movie. Or I guess this technically came out before ReZero did. It was originally the original episode that it's based off of came out in 1993, I think. What was it?
okay.
Yeah, I think it's 1993. So this is actually a pretty older story. I don't know why it took what over 20 years for it to finally get made into animated film, but it's pretty cool. I'm glad they did. Definitely worth watch, especially if you're to this kind of drama. I guess it's a slice of life, definitely a slice of life type vibe, trippy vibe. I don't know if that's a genre. I don't know. I can't really call it a time travel genre. I don't know what genre to actually put this in. I mean, it's a sci-fi, not sci-fi. Huh, somewhere. It's kind of close to
Yeah,
sci-fi. No, I guess it is technically sci-fi because the little orb seems like a kind of science fiction-y deal.
yeah,
So if you like sci-fi-ish, cutesy, trippy stuff, I would definitely say this movie is for you.
I agree.
Yeah, good. Glad you agree. But yeah, I guess that is pretty much it. I'm trying to think of what else. It's a pretty basic story. It's just the trippiness of it that I really like. The aesthetic of it, the animation mainly. It is a very pretty movie to look at. Music's pretty good too. It was weird at the because there's a part on the train where Nazuna is singing. That's fine, and then there's a point. There's just this English song. They're singing in English, which was kind of out of nowhere. I don't know why they did that. It was fine. It sounded fine, but it was just kind of out of nowhere. Just singing it in English after this whole time. Well, we watched it in Japanese with English subtitles, so for us it was weird. I don't know. I don't remember what it would have been like if we would have watched it in English. I wonder if they would have dubbed that song too and just had an English or American accent or something. I hope not. That's interesting. I might go back to watch to see if if they change that song any. You think they would?
I think so. Yeah, I think it'd be sang by a whole different person. It'd just be like a normal American sounding girl.
Oh, I feel like that would have been terrible. I'm
Probably,
pretty,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I watched it dubbed the first time I watched it, uh, because it was the only time that was available. If I'm remembering correctly, this was ooh it's been 3 years. This was 3 years ago since I watched this. I'm pretty sure it was dubbed. That's kind of my luck whenever I go watch anime films in theaters. They always end up going to the dub ones because that's all that's available to me. Who still prefers subs though? Oh well. I don't remember the voice acting being terrible though for the dub version.
Really?
I don't
That's the
know.
one thing I'm always scared of is like the dub is just like I don't wanna
I don't know. I'd
watch
say
something
I don't
really bad.
remember it, but like I said before, I was also drunk, so there's no. I probably didn't care at that point. Well, I'm glad you liked it more than I thought you would. I was really worried because I was like, oof, I don't, I don't know how this is going to go. Because I told you I love this movie, and if I was like, man, I like it because it's weird. I was like, I don't think this is his thing. But if you're telling me the truth, you actually like it. I'm glad you did. I still feel like you're lying, but it's fine. You can lie to me.
No, really, it was not. It wasn't that bad.
Wait,
Sure.
wait, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I thought that bad makes it sound like it wasn't good though. It just wasn't that bad.
No, I mean, like, it wasn't terrible.
Okay. Well, what was your thoughts going into it? Did you think you was going to hate it, or you think it was going to be a lot worse?
Um, I kind of thought it was gonna be, like, really sad. I don't know
Ah,
why I thought I was gonna, like, cry at some point,
ooh.
but
If you want
not
sad,
too.
we can watch the Silent Voice.
No, I have seen that. Yeah, I watched that one. That one was sad. But,
Yeah, I also watched that one in theaters, and even more drunk. And man, that one got me going. That's a whole different review of that movie. We're talking about
yeah,
fireworks, but
yeah.
yeah, no, this one
But,
isn't sad.
yeah, I don't know what it was I was expecting, whether it's gonna be, like, slice of life, like, inspiring type feeling, I don't know. But whatever, it was pretty good. It was romantic, dramatic, and I guess sentimental, so
Yeah, sentimental. That's a good word for it. I guess if the part where they get knocked off the lighthouse, I guess that could be kind of sad if it catches you off guard. But we were cracking jokes at it, so
yeah.
not really sad for us. Even though it was shitty, his friend just straight up runs and pushes them off the lighthouse. That dude was straight up trying to kill him.
Yeah, that guy should honestly be in prison, if I'm
Well,
being
that was
honest.
the different reality, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can really imprison him for something that he did in a different world or however that works. Glad you enjoyed it, but thank you for watching it with me at all, I guess, and for doing this podcast. Anyone listen, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This is the first episode of Alcohol Anime. It's not the first one recorded, so if you listen this far, this is the third third one I recorded. This is actually the second one I recorded with Blue. Uh, we already recorded uh, after watching Attack on Titan, so you can see that one in the future. So this is me after we've already recorded like half a season of Attack on Titan. Then I just asked Blue to come back on, mainly because of difficulties on my end, and then Blue was really nice to do this for me. So, thank you so much, Blue, for joining me on Alcohol and Anime, because this is in the podcast. Um, uh, thank you everyone else who is listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this goes well. Now that I told you that little secret, uh, the whole train of thought might mess you up. So if it did, if there's something I need to change, there's at least 2 episodes. That's not gonna happen. Um, but I really like this. This is fun for me. This is great, to do this. It's really cool just, like, to hang out and watch a movie, with other people and then drink more while doing the podcast. Sorry about any slurping or gulping sounds, but yeah, this is it. I I hope you also watched fireworks, or I hope you're going to now. You know pretty much what happens, or maybe we made absolutely no sense, and now you want to go and watch it to figure out what we were actually talking about. Did we make any sense, Blue? Do you think?
I think we made about, a little bit of sense, maybe about a couple sentences worth of,
Okay,
making
a
sense,
couple
yeah.
sentences out of nearly an hour. Good. I feel like
Yeah,
that's a good ratio. We're good with
yeah.
that. But yeah, okay. Until next time, follow me on socials or email me to any of those questions I asked. I asked a few. I don't remember which ones they were. Drink any fireworks inspired drinks. If fireworks actually fly around, email me at theacstories@gmail, or you can find me on social medias at theacstories on Twitter, Facebook. People use that. Instagram, the underscore AC underscore stories. You can message me on there or do whatever to answer any of the things I've asked. But until next time, thank you again and bye.
Bye.